All right, this lesson we will do in 2 days. So we'll do our um, solve it and example number 1 today, and then we'll do example 2 and 3 tomorrow. Okay. So here's our warm up for today. I do this in the back of your comp book, but percent problems represent a kind of proportional relationship. You can use proportional reasoning to solve percent problems. So there's an example here of how you can set up a proportion. There's two fractions equal to each other that we're just plugging in different values, but we're still finding that part to whole and identifying that as a percentage out of 100. So how does proportional reasoning relate to percent? Well, when you have a quantity, for example, when we're mixing paints together and there's 2 parts red to the whole parts being 5 whole parts, well, then you can say, well, what percentage of it is red? Well, if you calculate that, you got 40% is red. So it's just, we talked about this before, it's an amount relative to 100%. And we're looking at, is it exactly 100% all red, or is it a portion? And we can identify that portion with a percentage. And that value is more relatable than, 13 parts out of 27. Things of that nature. So it's a good way for us to kind of wrap our head around values. So you could write that however you would want to write. How does proportional reasoning relate to percent? I kind of just talked through it, but you could interpret that how you would like. Write a percent proportion for the bar diagram shown. So you have 16% here, and 100% is 17 over what value? So using that over the expression we have part over the whole equals P, or percent over 100. So let's drop in our values. We've got, I'm going to need to move this, I feel. So let's drop in what it is that we know. So we know the part is 17. We don't know what the whole amount is. We know the percentage is 68 out of 100. So then if you remember, we cross multiply, we're going to get 68W equals 17 times 100. That's 1,700. That's 17 100ths. Okay. So then we can go ahead and divide by 68 and divide by 68 to get W by itself. I'm just grabbing a calculator for quick reference, sorry. We would have 170 or 1,700 divided by 68, and that would equal 25. Again, you don't have a calculator, and then we're just going to be doing long division for this. Okay, but you would get 25.